Welcome everybody, and I am super excited about today's guest who I tracked down on TikTok. So those who are listening on the podcast, hello. For those on YouTube, you know me. This is the awesome Anthony Barbuto, aka the Italian enthusiast, aka the lawyer on TikTok, but we'll come to that in a minute. Anthony, it's not about me. This is about you. I've read your backstory on your website, The Italian Enthusiast, and I love the way that you write. So who are you? What's your background? And why are we talking?
Okay, sure. Thank you, Alex. So I am a lawyer, and I'm licensed in Florida, California, and New Jersey. My law firm is in Southern Florida, about an hour north of Miami. And probably 99% of my work is here in Florida, particularly my county, Palm Beach County. My practice is, I do about 40% wills, trusts, and probate, maybe 30% of family law issues. And I think the rest just miscellaneous, different, various transactions. I do some work in the equestrian community where I am. Wellington, Florida is the equestrian capital of the world.
Okay.
Particularly in the winter, in the winter, because we have a very long circuit here. So there's just so many equestrians here, and that's a big portion of my practice. So other than that, I enjoy social media. I started with social media about 4 years ago.
Okay, so quite late to the game then, in terms of where social media is in terms of its overall journey. Then,
excuse me.
So quite late to the game. So only 4 years ago. Bearing in mind, social media has been around.
What I mean about that is, I've been on social media in the sense of my personal accounts on Facebook for a very long time. Over 10 years for sure. And then I was on, MySpace when I was a kid. Like I always had a presence. I always had a presence in some sort on social media. But when I say that I joined social media, I took on a different approach. It wasn't just my personal accounts. About 4 years ago, I started a blog.
Yeah.
And, my blog is ItalianEnthusiast.com. And I have my Instagram, Italian Enthusiast, and I have a Facebook page, Italian Enthusiast, and I have a YouTube channel. And really, the blog and the theme is to blog about and write about authentic Italian culture, because I do travel to Italy frequently. I met my wife there, her family is there. So I do write about that. What motivated me, inspired me to do that is, growing up Italian American in the United States, we have most other Italian Americans have this view of what it means to be Italian, which is just a fiction. I use as a classic example, when you have Italian Americans listening to Frank Sinatra and eating spaghetti and meatballs, and that's their version of Italian culture. But that's not authentic Italian culture. And so in my travels, I learned so much, and I write about it, and I have a nice following of other Italian enthusiasts around the world, particularly in the United States. I write in English and also England. So that's one thing that I've been doing, and I have I use that approach. It's not so much of a comical personality that I have on those sites. It's more of just I focus on fashion. I focus on just educating, really talking about food and different hotels and different events over in Italy. So that's really enjoyable for me. That's fun, and I have gotten several benefits from that, throughout the last 4 years or so.
Yeah,
and that's so that's not. I didn't get involved in that with the purpose of attracting law clients.
Yeah.
Do I get some clients from it? Sure, because I have a lot of followers. They know that I'm a lawyer also.
Yeah.
And they will they'll reach out. I mean, sure. I mean that happens. So that's that, and I'm active with my blog on Italian Enthusiast, and I very much enjoy that. So that's the Italian Enthusiast. And then about 2 years ago, I got involved with TikTok.
How did you come across it? How did you come across TikTok in the first place?
Sure. A colleague of mine has children that were on TikTok.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, she basically said, you got to check this out. This is becoming very popular. So I did, and at first, for anyone getting started on TikTok, you just you download the app and you scroll down on the For You page, and you'll be able to recognize trends.
Yeah.
And you see how other creators do different variations of the trends, and they'll put their take into it. And you start getting an idea of which trends you like, what songs you like, what skits you like, and that's really what I did. I spent some time on it, and then I said, I'm gonna give this a try. This seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so I did. My first video was here in my office, and then my second video actually was I was at the courthouse down in Broward County.
Okay.
I was leaving the courthouse. And on my drive back home, I did TikTok in the car. It's still on my page, and it was just so silly.
Yeah.
But I laughed the whole way home. Like I had, it was so much fun. It was a nice break from being in a very serious courtroom setting and a hearing, and then all of a sudden, laughing and doing a silly video in the car on the way home. So it was a nice balance to my day at the time. So. That's really, what started. Initially I kept my videos on private because I didn't really have the guts. It was doing my Italian enthusiast thing. That was a big step too, because as a lawyer, you have clients, and a lot of lawyers think you have to always maintain a very serious personality, and you don't want to let the public know that you're a human being.
Yeah.
And so it was something that I had to consider at length, and I decided to go for it with the Italian enthusiast. I put my stuff on public.
Yeah.
And throughout the months, I became very comfortable with it, and I always talk to my clients about my blog. I have in my waiting room my media kit where it talks all about my blog and all the different various past events that I've done in Italy and so on. And so I love talking. In fact, when my clients start talking about Italy, and they all enjoy it. Most of my clients love Italy, and they want to talk, and they're interested. So I can speak with them for a long time. And sometimes my clients will call me and say, hey, I want to go on vacation,
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
And plus we have a lot of Italian American clients here anyway. So I became very comfortable with that aspect pretty quickly. TikTok was another leap for me. Because it wasn't just about posting, pictures and talking about Italy. It was more now being silly.
Yeah.
For a lot of them.
Do you want to explain because I do a lot of work with lawyers in the UK and attorneys in the US, but I think TikTok is, to your point, it's the thing for the kids. Do you just want to explain in your own words what exactly TikTok is as a social media platform, because it is very, very different to the Facebooks and the Instagrams of the world in terms of kind of how it works?
Yeah. So, well, Facebook, TikTok, of course, has evolved tremendously in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
When I started with TikTok, yes, of course, they're kids and, young people. But at the time when I started, at least on my For You page, I saw a lot of police officers, on there, firemen. I saw a lot of military people at the time, and so those were like the adult demographic, predominantly on the app at the time. There were no lawyers. There pretty much I didn't see many professionals. Shortly after I joined, I know that the dentist also came on, and we connected shortly after. He kind of was the leader in the medical arena very early on, and he's been quite successful. But I don't know, any other lawyer at the time, at least a lawyer, an English-speaking lawyer. I did get emails at the time from lawyers in India and places around the world. Yeah. But I think that I made it, a good first appearance in the English-speaking communities as a lawyer. So and that was my theme, the lawyer theme, and I worked that theme into the videos, and I think that is what got me recognized, because I was quite unique. As I was 39 years old when I started. I'm 41 now, and so between my age and my profession as a lawyer, right away I'm very unique, and I got a lot of attention. It was comical to see a lawyer dancing in his office. I mean,
and of course, it's around, you post 15-second or up to 60-second video clips, and you can either lip sync to other songs or other videos, or do your own piece. But the key thing about all of it, it's video content. And it's interesting hearing you talk around, the leap that you had to make in doing the Italian Enthusiast on Facebook, because a lot of law, outside of legal, but more so than anything, this kind of fear of, I have to be a lawyer, I have to be kind of professional per se, and getting people to post things on LinkedIn, for example, is a platform of choice typically in our world. And then video, the next iteration of even just getting somebody just to record a straight talking video like this to put onto somewhere like LinkedIn is kind of terrifying. So how did you kind of wrestle with that in terms of, okay, this is me going on to doing TikTok videos, but it's kind of, silly videos? Did you just go, I'm going to do it, and if it works, great, and if it doesn't, doesn't matter?
Well, I mean, I don't know, what it means to if it works. I mean, the goal wasn't really at first to go viral. I mean, I didn't understand the app when I joined. In fact, when I first joined, I knew I liked it.
Yeah.
I knew that I could have fun with it, but I had many questions. I had many questions about how to properly edit videos. I had questions about hashtags and whether hashtags are important in TikTok as they are in Instagram.
Yeah.
So, what I did is I went on YouTube. I searched for some TikTok lessons, and I found three other creators on YouTube that talk about TikTok. So I wrote to them.
Yeah.
I said, hey, can I talk to you guys so you can help me learn the TikTok platform and how to be effective and how to post. And all three of them were so fantastic and so helpful to me.
Yep.
And we're still friends today, and I've met them at various TikTok events. And so I was very grateful to them. They've been very supportive, and they're part of the young community of TikTok. And look, that's how I really got comfortable and learned. As far as it being silly, like I said, first I had my videos on private.
Yeah.
So it was a leap for me to do the video, and then it was a leap for me to take my videos from private to public. And I did it because I guess I basically said, so what? I mean, look, I'm doing a silly video. Like, I can't have a sense of humor. I mean,
I agree.
Look, it's my personality what has drawn my clients to me. It's a personality that gains trust in people. I'm a people person.
Yep.
My sense of humor has always worked to my benefit, to my favor. So it's not an issue for me at that time. Now, for a lot of lawyers, it is. I mean, TikTok asked me to take over the Instagram page a while back for one day to track how my day went.
Yeah.
And I had a hearing that morning. I go to the courthouse. I went up to at least 10 lawyers. I said, hey guys, you want to be in a video? Could go viral. You want to do a little video with me? And like 10 lawyers say, no, thank you.
Wow. But I'm not overly surprised, because it's exactly the same across. I think the platform is almost irrelevant, whether it's TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. It's this kind of this fear of putting yourself out there, and you're so right in terms of how you view it around kind of personality, and more so in law, I would suggest, than any other industry, because you're buying knowledge and the person. You're not buying a product or a laptop or a computer or a phone. You're buying into the person. So when did you started off private, you then made your videos public. When did things start to kind of really, really take off? And how did you then kind of manage that in terms, because you get crazy engagement. You've got over 2 million followers on TikTok now. How do you kind of deal with the engagement in terms of your phone going ping, 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 ping all the time and that side of things?
Well, I mean, I encourage, communication. I even have on my page that I'll respond to messages. I try to respond to messages. I don't respond to all of them, but I guess, you know, early on, I was contacted by TikTok because they saw that I'm unique and I offer something that you know, a lot of others don't, just because of my, you know, my age and my profession, my comedy. And so they asked me to join you know, I became a creator. I'm verified on there.
Yeah. So that's when you got the blue tick of verification. Yeah.
Right. So, you know, so I mean, sure, that helped a little bit, but you know, I don't really know the algorithm to know, does that really help? Does that help boost your videos or whatever? I don't know how that all works, but I did get some more TikTok credibility at the time by becoming verified. And TikTok has been great. They've been very supportive. I think it's a fantastic app. It's a great, you know, system that they have, and it's good for a lot of creators, especially these young creators. It's really helped a lot of young creators. But you know, when I started, I think my first very viral video was here right in the office. Yeah. When I did like a little dance there, and that's really what made me famous on the app. Yeah. Because that one got, you know, I probably got like a 2.2 million likes on that one. Just like 20 million views. So that was a lot at the time. I've had a video do better than that, you know, more recent. But that was my first real big one. Yeah. And ever since that, my videos have done fairly well.
Awesome. And what does the legal community think of this? What do your peers and your colleagues, or you know attorneys who are on the other side of the table when you're in court, as it were? I think I know what your answer is going to be, but what's their view on this, of you kind of doing this in terms of how they may see that and you reflecting the profession of law?
Well, I think I can tell you what I receive from people. I mean, I have no doubt that I have colleagues out there saying, "Look at this guy, Anthony. You know, our colleague. He's acting like a fool. You know, in his office." I'm sure that there's that negativity around. I don't hear it. I really don't hear it. Like, I don't get a lot of hate on my comments. I mean, from time to time, people tease me in the comments, and they'll say stuff like, you know, "No wonder why my dad lost his divorce case, because his lawyer is dancing in his office." You know, stupid stuff like that. Or, you know, no wonder why my uncle is in jail still. You know, like stuff like that. But I don't take that as an insult. It's all fun. I have good laughs over that. I don't, you know, typically I don't get hate on the app. Do I question on whether some colleagues are not, you know, criticizing me? I'm sure, but you know, I feel, I mean, I'm in a hearing one time, a lawyer comes up to me, says, you know, I watch you on TikTok, you're doing a great job. Cool. And I felt good. It's the first time one of my colleagues that I didn't know comes up to me and says that. So I actually wrote her an email. I said, you know, I appreciate your comment. I didn't know that, you know, my colleagues are watching me on TikTok. And she responded, she says, "I know a lot of other lawyers in our community that follow you." Cool. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I'm at lunch another time, a lawyer comes up to me and says, "Hey, you're famous on TikTok," because their kids are on it. So I do get recognized. And plus, when people write about me, if I'm in, you know, featured in an article or a magazine, I'm going to talk about my social media stuff. You know, it's a part of, you know, who I am at this point. So I think that, you know, it's out there in my community that I'm on social media and that I'm on TikTok. I mean, I think the response that I get from people is positive. Yeah. You know, and right now there's a lot of lawyers on TikTok. You know, I've seen it grow substantially. There's a ton of lawyers on there.
Absolutely. I noticed yesterday that a UK law firm, Stevenson Law, has now created a corporate TikTok channel for exactly that, more from an employer branding perspective, to show the fun side of working at their company. So prospective lawyers. And I think when we talked earlier in the week, you know, you said you've got, you know, young people reaching out to you going, "What do I need to do to become an attorney? What kind of advice can you give?" Which I think is absolutely awesome around all of that. The other thing, a lot I get when I talk to lawyers in the UK and in the US is time. I haven't got time to get onto LinkedIn or to set up a Twitter account, to write a blog, to like someone's post, to comment on something, let alone create video, which obviously takes more time in the editing. So, you are no doubt a busy, lawyer in terms of what you do. So where do you find the time to actually manage all the channels that you've got? Because it's a lot, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's an important question. It's a good question, and I get it a lot. So my colleagues spend 10 hours a week on the golf course.
Mm-hmm.
Some colleagues, they go to see the football game every Sunday.
Yep.
Pretty much, they'll tailgate before, pretty much kill the whole Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Then they watch Monday Night Football.
Yep.
I mean, so you see what I'm saying is that, you prioritize in what a person's interests are.
Yep.
I don't typically watch sports.
Mm-hmm.
I don't play golf.
Yep.
I mean, I prioritize with things that I'm interested in. What I'm interested in is traveling to Italy, Italian culture. That's why I have a blog on it. I enjoy it, right? And I enjoy being out there on social media. I mean, my video that I just described, that where I'm dancing in my office, that was the third take of the video. My wife took that video. I think that video took me, in all 3 tries, less than 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you post it. It's done. Look, my style on TikTok is I use my iPhone. I do a quick video, and I'm done. There are other creators that I'm friendly with, and they take things to a different level.
Yeah.
For example, I did some work with the Crows brothers. They're very famous on here. They're over in Aruba, and I acted as a lawyer to one of their skits. Well, when they did their TikToks, they took it to a whole different level. They have a videographer.
Yeah.
They had their lighting. They had a professional camera. So someone like that, like those guys, they take it a little bit more seriously, and they'll focus more on the art of it. I was at an event another time, and you had this young kid, and he was like this genius with these phones. He was able to edit and do transitions and do all kinds of things. He puts more time into it, So it depends what your interest is and how you want to use. If you're good at editing and you're good at technology, a lot of these young kids they're very good at it. It's great to see, it's very encouraging to see the talent on these young people. But if you don't have the time and you don't want to put the time, you don't need to put the time. Just be yourself, film your video on your iPhone, and you don't have to put a whole lot of time in it. Now, having said that, I mean, there are times that I could post 4 in one day, but there are times that I'm really busy. I can't even focus on it. And like, for example, I probably posted 4 videos within the past 30 days. I haven't been very active recently just because I got a number of other things going on.
Life, right?
Yeah. So it's, to answer your question in brief, it's not time consuming.
Yeah.
It's really not time consuming. They're 15-second or less video clips.
Yeah, absolutely. And I follow your content, and I think it's authentic, it's real. I know that the Cruz brothers, some of the stuff on there is absolutely insane in terms of the editing skills that are out there. And I think what's been interesting is since lockdown, certainly here in the in the UK, is the trend of the 40-year-old. I'm 42. The 40-year-olds are coming onto TikTok. We're taking over. This is kind of our game, and there are some UK parents, both male and female, and much like you, they just post just simple videos, but kind of almost observational comedy in terms of what they do, and they're getting really great engagement. It's just them kind of talking to the phone, as it were.
The time-consuming part of TikTok is coming up with the ideas, and TikTokers, they spend a lot of time on the For You page. I mean, you can literally spend hours, on that. So look, if people want to get started, I encourage them to go on the For You page, just flip through. If they don't have an hour to spend 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But do it little by little so you can start getting an idea of what is TikTok, how TikTok operates, what the themes are. You know, you don't have to put so much time, basically.
No, indeed. And
for my blog, though, I think to answer your question, also not just about TikTok. For my blog, I have to write the stories. I mean, but I write a story either once a month or once every 2 months.
Okay.
So that's not, you know, not too time consuming either.
That's cool. I've been reading your blog on your website, ItalianEnthusiast.com, and there's some really nice stuff. Really nice stuff on there. Moving away from TikTok, and we talked about this before we came on online, as it were. I tried to find you on LinkedIn, and you're not on LinkedIn. There's any kind of is there an active decision to not be on LinkedIn, or it's just not where you want to be?
So I don't understand LinkedIn fully. What I do, I may even have an account from years ago on LinkedIn, but I don't log on. I think LinkedIn is more for the professional community to try to generate business and clients.
Yeah.
And getting involved with social media as I do, my goal has never been to do it for clients. My goal has been to do it for balance, do it as a hobby, to enjoy, or if there's potential to for earning income, which there is on my platforms. Yeah. It's a way to earn income outside of the practice of law. Yeah. So really that has been, so I've received law business from it indirectly or unintentionally, Yeah. But that's not my main goal. My main goal was really to just get out there in a different way.
Totally, yeah, totally respect that, and that's totally, totally understand that. And before I let you go, have you recorded your rap song in Italian yet?
No, I haven't recorded my rap song. But I'll talk about my rap song briefly. Is that I was inspired to do a rap from another TikToker. I saw his rap. I said, "Gosh, this is so cool!" I've never done that before. Yeah. So I'm probably the only lawyer in the world, maybe perhaps, to do a rap song and to do a rap video. Kind of like that. So I did my rap song. And I did it was a short song. It's on my TikTok page. Then I did a full-length rap song, which I reduced to a video. And now I just did my third rap song that it's not a video yet.
Not a video.
So I didn't, but my third rap song has my friend in it in the background speaking Italian.
Okay. So we're almost there.
Yeah, no, we had a lot of fun doing it, but I do want to work in, so I work in my Italian theme or my lawyer theme, into these types of things.
I think it's awesome. Thank you so much for affording me the time today. I really do appreciate it, because I know you are a busy individual, obviously, in your day job. I'll put all the links on this podcast and the blog to Anthony's blog post, to Facebook, to Insta, and of course to those of you on TikTok. You can go and find him at The Lawyer on TikTok. But otherwise, Anthony, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time. Everybody, I hope you've learned something new. If you're not on TikTok, I encourage you to go and just have a play, have a look, see what's what, and take Anthony's advice. It's about your personality. So whatever social media platform you're on, just take that leap, and you never know. You may become TikTok famous like Anthony. Anthony, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Alex.